getting a scooping error also.
Which one?
Yeah, and source snooping error coming.
Okay. Anti-spoofing error, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, that time you just get the topology and routing details again,
Hmm.
like this only. I'll show you later. Okay.
Okay.
So actually, I downloaded some documents from
Hmm.
internet. These are the here is my current best guesses as to order of enforcement operations in checkpoint firewall. Okay.
Hmm.
So the first thing, packet arrives at the ingress interface. Okay.
Hmm.
So first it checks for source IP anti-spoofing.
Hmm.
In Cisco ASA we call this one reverse route lookup. Okay.
Hmm.
After that it checks it is this traffic is a BPN traffic or not.
Hmm.
Okay. If it is a BPN traffic, then it decrypt this traffic. Okay.
Hmm.
And again the process start from from second step. Okay.
Hmm.
After BPN packets, it go to identity awareness. Okay.
Hmm.
And access role lookup. Okay.
Hmm.
So here it basically detect the users and all these stuffs. Okay.
Hmm.
Now it go for access security policy informants and or net lookup. Okay. It
Hmm.
checks for net. After that it checks for quality of service. Okay.
Hmm.
After that, if the thing is traffic is HTTPS encrypted. Okay.
Hmm.
Then for content, URL and application, we require this decryption, right? For this HTTPS traffic. Okay.
Hmm.
So basically here, according to our decryption policy, it applies here in step 7. Okay.
Hmm.
After that, it checks for URL filtering. Okay.
Hmm.
And application control. Okay.
Okay.
After that, it goes for threat prevention and IPS. Okay.
Hmm.
After that, these are the DLP check. Okay.
DLP check in the sense?
Data loss prevention.
Okay.
It's like part of content security. Okay.
Hmm.
After it, do the see it decrypted here. Now he also need to encrypt this traffic, right?
Hmm.
So here it did the HTTPS encryption. Okay.
Hmm.
Now he checks for destination IP net operation. Okay.
Hmm.
He do the net here. Basically in this step 5 it only find out the rule. Okay, to
Okay.
find out this is the netted traffic or not.
Hmm.
Here basically it applies the net. Okay,
Okay.
now it go for routing into Gaia routing table. Okay, Gaia operating system routing table.
Hmm.
Now it checks for destination IP spoofing. Okay,
Again.
again here
Hmm.
source I
Before its source, this one is okay.
yeah. See, first he checks the source is if source is behind. Like the thing is, if we are going to send our data into DMZ zone from the
Hmm.
outside zone, okay. Suppose from outside interface we are sending the data to DMZ servers, okay. So
Hmm.
in source, what it checks for source. See, we are receiving this packet into the outside interface, right?
Hmm.
So it checks. See, if this packet is a it's like something like DDoS attack. Okay.
Hmm.
So it checks that the source and destination belong to same interface or not. Okay.
Okay.
So it first checks for source. See,
Hmm.
if the thing is in outside source is not equals to DMZ network, right?
Hmm.
So it checks this thing. If the source is a DMZ network, then it discard this packet. Okay.
Okay.
Here it checks for destination net. See, here it checks for destination IP spoofing, anti-spoofing. Okay.
Hmm.
Now it applies source net here.
Hmm. So
Eh,
first okay.
Here it applies destination net first, like
Hmm.
in Palo Alto also. We did destination first. After that, we did the source net. Okay.
Hmm.
Now again, quality of service. Then again, if
This.
he here it find out this is a BPN traffic, then
Hmm.
it do the
Encryption.
encryption and packet leaves from the egress interface.
Okay.
See here, packet leaves from the egress interface. So
Okay.
basically, it detect this interface via. this net rule and IP. This one.
Hmm.
There is a this where is that net rule? Okay, why a net rule?
Hmm.
Okay.
Tell me one thing. These things will be common in firewall as well as a management interface.
Yeah, man.
Management server in the sense it little bit different or same.
No, these are the same thing only. So
Okay.
basically, I have this document, okay,
Hmm.
which explain all the things in detail. But
Okay.
it's an old document. It is prepared in September 2017 for R70.7. Okay,
Okay. R77.
yeah, R77. So here we have lots of steps. Okay,
Hmm.
so if you want like very good understanding, and go through with the whole. Okay.
Okay. Please send me this document.
Yeah, I'll share with you, not an issue. I am just showing you that architecture only. Okay.
Hmm. And day before yesterday video also share me.
Yeah, sure. So you also check these like how it did the reassembly and all these stuff. A
Hmm.
packet is fragmented, content, security inspection, pattern.
Definitely.
Okay. So at the end we have this diagram. Okay, packet flow diagram. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me increase little bit font size here. So first packet is received. Okay, this is an inbound process when we receive any packet into any interface of the firewall. Okay,
Okay.
packet is received. See here it checks it's a decrypted packet or not. Means it is checking for IPsec VPN traffic. Okay,
Hmm.
if yes, then decrypt and continue. Okay,
Okay.
if no, then he directly go for stateless inspection test that do not need connection. See, what is the meaning of this? Stateless inspection means sometime what happened? We bypass the firewall, right?
Hmm.
That thing it checks if this traffic go through the firewall rules or not,
Okay.
or we are just bypassing the firewall. Okay,
Hmm.
it checks this thing. It has just test only. Okay.
Okay.
Now here accelerated path secure XL is started. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not much aware about this secure XL.
Hmm.
Okay. So secure XL connection table match. If match is happen, then it go to the content inspection needed. Okay. Here.
Hmm.
If no, then accept template match. If yes here, then establish new connection. Otherwise, if no, then drop template match and discard the packet. Okay.
Okay.
Now the main process start from here. Firewall path. Queue packet, grab packet in a chain or invoke chain modules. Okay. So
Hmm.
see, firewall connection. Now packet is received into our interface. Okay, any interface. It checks for VPN. It also do the stateful inspection.
Hmm.
Now it go to into this. It checks the connection table first. Okay.
Okay.
Firewall connection table. If connection table is matched, so basically it bypass these things, firewall policy match, record connection, net policy lookup, and he directly go for content inspection. Okay.
Hmm.
If this firewall has don't have the connection entry for that, means it's a new connection. Okay.
Hmm.
Then it do the firewall policy match. Okay.
Hmm.
If any policy doesn't match, then basically discard the packet because we have one cleanup rule, right?
Hmm.
So generally the thing is here policy is matched because we have one cleanup rule. Okay.
Hmm.
If we don't have the cleanup rule, then there is a automatic one rule is there. Okay.
Hmm.
Always we drop the packets. Okay.
Okay.
So if any rule match from the policy, yes, then record the connection. Means on the basis of source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, protocol. Okay.
Hmm.
On the basis of these 5 tuples, he create a connection table. Okay.
Okay.
Now net policy lookup. See here, after the connection creation, it do the net lookup. Okay.
Hmm.
So
So
basically,
source net.
no. Let me complete first. Okay. There he check the net policy if there is any rule which is matching the net or not. If this traffic matching the any net rule or not. Okay. See, if it is matching any rule which is a destination net rule. Okay. See, generally always we have a source net, right? Always.
Yeah.
So if we configure the destination like from outside to inside, okay, like outside to DMZ, we want the outside guy to access my DMZ server, but DMZ server cannot access the outside resources. Okay, it's a destination net, means it's a net unidirectional. But in case of a static net, we have a bidirectional, right? So it first check this, it's a destination and not. Okay, apply destination. If it matches any destination net policy, so here he applied that net. Okay.
Okay.
Now connection inspection needed. Okay, content inspection needed. Here basically he did these application, URL filtering, IPS, and all these steps. Okay.
Okay.
If connection inspection needed, then if yes, then stream assembly. Means he's doing these things, assembling these packets, like he assembles some data. Okay. Then protocol decoder parse stream into contents, means protocol decoder means, see, in case of URL filtering we have some decoders. Okay. He decode this whole traffic because whole are in a binary form, right? So he decode this data and checks according to the signatures which we have in the URL filtering database. Okay. Now content inspection start. Okay. Here URL and DNS check happens, file checking happens, like SA is in cache, yes, then here if SA is not in cache, then send blast emulation update cache, means it is doing the sandboxing, like we have in Palo Alto we have this wildfire. Okay. Same thing for file only. See, another check signature, application control, IPS, antivirus, and anti-bot. Okay. Checks the signature for them and process result based upon the protection status exceptions bypass mode. Okay. Now he take the action according to these matches. Okay. Now if we set, if there is we set any policy like prevent policy, if yes, then discard. See, if we configure any rule like block this traffic. Okay. See, if the traffic contain any antivirus, if we want block it, so it's block this traffic. Okay. If no, then use a discard. Okay. Yes, then it discarded. See, packet forwarding process, do route forwarding. Here the thing is now outbound process is started. Okay. So here basically here it apply the source net. Okay. And here he also do the lookup in the routing table. Okay. And find out the egress interface. Okay. If he find, and after finding out the egress interface, it checks for its IP, if VPN traffic or not. If it's a VPN traffic, it is encrypted. Otherwise, it just let it be. Okay. And he transferred that packet from the outside interface. Okay. That is the whole packet flow in our checkpoint firewall. Okay. Same thing we have, like, let me encryption a packet. The outgoing packet is inspected by the firewall at the pre-outbound chain. Okay. The VPN kernel module encrypt the packet. Okay. And if we have outbound packet network on outbound packet, we apply source net, replacing the source IP address or a port to the translated IP address. Okay. So the thing is, at the end only we apply the net. Okay. And before we just find out there is a net happen or not. Okay. In file handling, in some situation we need to inspect an entire file for malicious behavior. Okay. In these cases, the file is sent directly to the threat emulation, threat extraction, and antivirus for processing. If the SA of file is not cached, means if the SA has value of this file is not available in a database of our security gateway. Okay.
Okay.
Then these modules may need to receive a complete file. Files can be extracted from streams, and security gateways have the option to act as a mail relay agent, which allow us to inspect encrypted SMTP traffic over TLS with SMTP instruction. User don't notice delay while like requiring that thing. Okay, when files are transferred over HTTP, the users may notice a delay while these are not a good thing. Final decision. Okay, you go through it with this. Okay, it's a very it's just theory only, which I explain. Okay, so if you go through it, you get the exact idea like which kernel is working where. Okay. See pattern matcher. See we have some pattern matcher for this application control URL. See in application control what happens? They match the pattern of traffic. Okay. In URL filtering, we also match the pattern and create the hash value. All these steps. Okay. Content inspection. See content inspection happens like HTTP bundle request line, all these stuffs. These are the header for HTTPS. Okay.
Yes.
And stream assembly. In order to identify more sophisticated threats, we need to do additional inspection of the initial and subsequent packets. Means we gather like some 10 packets or 20 packets and we do the inspection. Okay. Stream assembly means this thing. Okay. And note about the path, multi-queue. These are the queues which we have in interfaces. Okay. Net. On inbound packets, we apply destination net, replacing the destination IP address or port to the translator IP address. Okay. Means that we always change the destination net here. So destination net applied first. Okay. But if we talking about source net applied at the end. Okay. I'm not much aware of the secure Excel for now. Connection setup. See in connection setup, source IP, source port, destination, and protocol number. Okay. On the basis of this information, inbound stateless. The firewall does primarily stateless checks that do not require context in order to decide whether to accept a packet or not. For instance, we check that the packet is a valid packet if the header is compliant with RFC standards. Okay. Means this thing checks for the packet is having the RFC details or not. Means it contains the everything according to RFC, right? Like IP header have some fields, TCP header have some fields. So these fields are there or not. Okay.
Okay.
So it checks for headers and all these stuff. Here it checks for BPN. That is the like packet flow for that. Okay. Let me see if it's working or not. Admin. Enter 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me also do one thing to my FW state. So I am unloading this policy for now. Okay.
Okay.
Because our management is changed now. Okay. So FW unload local. Okay. If I check the policy stage now, it is unloaded. Okay. Let me save the config. Also, so route here we have routing, not an issue. Now I also want to reset my SIC connection. Okay.
5, option number 5.
Press the 5 here. Okay. Yes, I want. Are you sure? Yes, I give the key here. Rewrite the 10 here. So it is starting. Okay. Let me go to into my smart console here.
Tell me one thing here.
Okay.
If you change here any IP, management IP, how can you get again this one we can call console access, smart console?
We
Have you
just
tried it?
give that IP after that time.
Yeah. Then after you change it, suppose your administrator said change the management IP.
Management IP of the firewall, right?
Not firewall, management server IP.
Yeah, management. Then we just then we log in with that IP only. That other IP address, not an issue.
No, it won't happen. Actually, day before sometime one day I tried it.
Okay.
Once again, check in. Right now, you are doing management IP, this IP. Okay. Later, change this IP.
Okay. I'll change, not an issue. So the thing is, after that, if you change the management IP address, you just save your config first. Okay.
Okay.
And you run, if it is not connecting, that time you need to run the CP stop and CP start process. Okay. Because the thing is, it basically gives us that the certificate. Okay. Which have the IP details. Okay. So the thing is, it now again giving you one certificate, right? And IP is changed, so it doesn't match there. That's why we face this problem. Okay. So we need to stop and start the services again, because the thing is, these services require these IP address to enable all these things for that one only. Okay. Now see, I am able to log in here. Okay. If I go to my gateways, see FW state. If I check here policy is already, one policy is there, right? So now let me unload this policy one more time. Okay. Because when we reset the IC, the default policy is already initialized here. Okay. Done. Now save the config. Okay. So now this firewall have nothing. Okay.
It's cleaned
without policy. So now let me add one gateway. Okay. Classic mode. If I need to remove the time, okay, that I'll change the time. That time only it will work. But the thing is, my internet will not work that time, because today everything depends on time. Checkpoint, head office, firewall. Okay. 10.1.1.250. I first enable only the firewall blade. Okay. Now I am just initializing the communication here. ASTFGH initialize. Trust is initialized. Okay. Now it is getting the topology information. We get that information. Now let me also change my global policy. Okay. To accept the ICMP traffic. Okay. Accept ICMP request. Okay. Then here And if I go to my policies here, opening one standard policy, it is loading. I actually just check it at around 5:30. I basically lost this thing. Okay. So let me track this one. Okay, done. Let me add one rule here. I'll give the name internet access. Okay. In source, I'm just searching for net. Nothing is there. So let me add some network here. Okay. New network. Inside. Okay. 10.1.1.0 255.255.255.0. I am also configuring here net. Okay, net behind the gateway. Okay, and install this policy into my head office firewall. Install this net rule in my head office firewall. Okay. I'll also clone this one. I'll give the name DMZ. Okay. 2.2.0. Give DMZ 01. Okay.
Okay.
Net is already there, not any issue. Clone here. DMZ02. Okay. 3.3.0. Net is there. I'll add these network here. DMZ1 and DMZ3. Destination is any. Accept. Logging is enabled. I'll choose my gateway. Okay. And in destination, any destination in services, I allow DNS service first. DNS. Now HTTP. HTTPS. Okay. And ICMP. ICMP protocol. Okay. Now let me install this policy. Okay.
Okay.
If I check my AD server.
Hmm.
Yeah, Cisco 5. Yeah, it is active and running. Okay. The coordinator should be complete first. So now we will start how we configure the identity awareness. Okay.
Okay.
That is the remaining thing only. Okay, so installation is done. Okay. Let me initiate some traffic from my PC, which is my AD server, which is in inside zone. Okay. 8.8.8.8 -t. So it is pinging. Okay. Okay. So basically logs here. Didn't see any log. Not an issue. www.google.com. I'm getting logs here. Okay. So our traffic going through the firewall. Okay. So let me now configure the identity awareness. Okay. So for this, I first enable into going. I am just going to my global policy here. Okay. In user directory, I enable use user directory for security gateway. Okay.
Okay.
It require license also. Okay. So we are done. Now let me install the policy again. So let me first install the database. After that, I install the policy. Okay. The database installation is started. Okay. So let me now create one LDAP server here. Okay. So I am going to in servers here. I just right click. Here we have LDAP account unit. Okay.
Yeah.
I am clicking into this. Okay. Here I give the name AD server. Okay. I use the blue color here.
This name for server name or just local name?
Any name, anything you want. Okay. Here I select the Microsoft AD. Here I give my domain information heyman.net. Okay. I'll select these three options here. In servers, here I add. So let me first create a object for my AD server. Okay. AD server. Okay. 10.1.1.221. Okay. Now let me close. Now let me add again. Now we get the AD server here. Okay. Port number is this. Username is administrator. Okay. Here we have a login DN which is CN equals to administrator. Okay. And DC. Administrator. Now CN equals to users because we have this user inside the users. Okay. Now I give my domain controller HEMEN DRA Heyman. Okay. Now DC equals to net. Here I give my password, which is admin password here. Here also I am giving the password. Okay. In object management,
Switching the branches.
here basically we select the AD sub. If we have more than one AD, then we basically select here. Now I just fetch the branches. It is start the fetching.
Yes, everything is success.
Yeah. So now I'm going to my authentication here. I'll just deselect all these steps. Okay. I'll just select checkpoint password and I leave it all the things is default only. Okay.
Okay.
Done. Okay. Fail to save the object AD server, blocking validation error was found. More than one object named AD server exists. Object AD contain valid data, therefore cannot be created. Let me do server here. User check. LDAP component. Microsoft AD. Let me first network object host that we have AD. Okay. Net advanced servers, web server, mail server, DNS server. Now go to my LDAP unit accounts. I'll give any name here, okay? MS AD Microsoft directory, okay? Administrator, okay? Control A, Control C, CN equals to users, TC equals to HEMENDRA, comma TC equals to net, okay? And everything is fine. Cisco at the 1 2 3 4 5. Cisco at 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. Here's the branches. Domain name is required when using AD query. HEMENDRA okay. Now it created successfully, okay. So now let me install the policy, okay, first. After that I enable that blade into my firewall, okay. Because I want everything perfectly. Wait for the installation is completed. It is very fast now. Okay, so installation is succeeded. Okay, now I am going to my firewall here. Okay, and I enable the URL
URL
filtering,
filtering.
application, and identity awareness blade. Okay. I'll also show you little bit URL filtering. That's why I'm enabling. So browser based terminal servers. I want all these services. Okay. Next. Here I am getting these connects. So I'm connecting. See, if we add these LDAP accounts, that time we get these information automatically. Okay. That's why I like to do these things first before the identity awareness blade. Success first. Okay, that's great. Now next here, HTTP request from an IP not mapped to user will be redirect to this one. Okay. So I just give next here. Finish. Okay. So now I'm going to my policy tab here. Okay.
Secure.
Flood prevention, geo policies. So we have a user here. Here I in users. I just right click. Okay. LDAP group. I am creating the access role here. Okay. So inside users. Okay. We want a specific network because inside we have the specific network which is inside this one. Okay.
Excuse me.
So I'll call this network here in users. Any user, but I want a specific users in group. Okay. Here I am adding. Here I am selecting mn.net. Okay. I am getting this tab here, users tab. Okay. This include everything. Okay. So if I go to here, this tab in users, here we get this user. So see, the thing is I want the HR users. Okay. Policy for HR users. So I am calling this HR group here. Okay. And inside let me do one thing inside HR users. Okay. Now it seems nice. Okay. Now I am also going to create one more access role for my network admins. Okay. So I give network admins. Okay. So I am putting any network because we are a network engineer. So we need to connect our PC from any segment of our network, right? I am giving this any network here in users, specific users and group. We have this one. Okay. So I am selecting this tab here. In users, we have the network admins, right? So we have this group, network admin group here. This one. Okay. Which include admin 01 and admin 02. Okay. So I select this root here. Okay. Now I am going to remove this. Okay. See, I am just removing these services now. Remove this one also. Remove. Okay, I just allow only 2 services to my internet access. Okay, now I add one policy here. Here I give network admins. Okay, in source I call that access group. Okay, in network admins. Okay, so I want all the services to network admins. Okay, and I only Facebook services. If I application services, I'm not getting any application detail here. Okay, category services tab. It is not responding. Okay, see, let me first, I'll give the all access to all the services. Okay, accept, because I think I need to install the policy one more time. After that it comes into the picture. Okay, I also add one more rule here below this rule. This is for HR users. Okay, HR users. I call this access rule. HR users. Okay, and destination is any. So for network admins, I allow all the services, but in HR users, I'll give only the access of this HTTPS only. Okay, I don't want they access the HTTP website as well. Okay, HTTPS access only to these guys. Okay, let me now install the policy one more time. In details, hosting. Okay, so installation is succeeded. Okay, so now I'm going to my this is my inside PC. Okay, so let me remove some RAM here. I'll give 512 and I start this guy. Okay, see, the thing is we have on the policy only for network admins and HR users, right? So this AD server also in our inside network, right?
Yes.
and we are
DMZ or inside DMZ?
not it is in inside network.
One second, check it. Adapter.
I'll check it. This one, BMNet one. Okay. So the thing is, I didn't allow this users also because we are login as an admin right here. So if I open the CMD here, so if I ping 8.8.8.8-t, it is pinging because we have one rule for ICMP, right? If I also run ping to facebook.com, we have this DNS access to everyone, right? And if I'll browse something here like www.vietjhs.ac.in, I'm trying to access my college website now. Okay. If I go to into login here, here type 10.1.1.221. See, it is dropping packet. Okay.
Yeah.
And only for this guy, it is allowing the UDP service. It is allowing the, where is the TC ICMP protocol, AD, this ICMP, okay. But is it denying all the services? Now let me open my, yeah. So the thing is, now I am logging into my PC. So first I am logging as a HR user, okay.
Okay.
HR1 admin @123. It is in my inside network. So let me check the IP address. IP config. Okay. So it has IP at 10.1.1.101. Okay. So if I 10.0.1.1, I give the search here, and I'll just open my Internet Explorer here. I just type the website https www.amazon.com. Okay.
Okay.
Oh God, it hanged now. Let me open this browser. There are unused icon on your desktop. www. www.amazon.com. Okay, and I'll also put this https www.vietjhs.ac.in. So it is opening. This site cannot be reached. This site cannot be reached. What happened? We see the log here. It is allowing this. See, in logs we are able to see this. It is allowing for HTTPS traffic, right?
Yeah.
What about the HTTP traffic? So it is dropping for 80, right?
HTTP traffic.
Yeah. So we are verifying from here only. Okay. See, it is dropping by the cleanup rule also, because the thing is that rule is not matching, because we have the exact rule, right? It is for HTTPS only. So if I add this rule, one more rule here, HTTP. Let me, yeah, HTTP. And I now install the policies again. We are getting the user details. Okay, so that is the identity awareness.
Okay.
Installation is succeeded. If I again try to free proxy, what is this? If I again check the log here, 10.1.1.101, HR users TCP. Yeah, it is now allowing 80 also, right? So we are verifying this thing, our rules are working, right?
Okay.
Now let me change little bit here. What about the applications? Standard policy. This one. Manage policies and layers here. Policy. Edit. Access control blade. Here we need to yeah, let me add layer. Edit this layer. See, I select this HT application URL filtering, okay? And content awareness. Okay. Okay. Close. Policies. So now if I go to into services tab here, now I am getting this thing, okay? Application insights category. So if I go to into category tab, so here I search for social networking, okay? So I allow social networking to my
inside users.
This HR user, this HR users, okay? And to these guys, I allowed streaming media. Okay. Is streaming. Okay, streaming media. Okay. And I also write one more policy above this rule. Block porn. Okay. Porn and illegal. Okay. It's IL. Source is any. Okay.
Okay.
Destination is any. In service tab, I'll go for category. Okay. So I add this alcohol. Okay. I'll search here. Alcohol. I just give the name porn. Okay. So here we get the pornography. I'll add this word sex here. So I call these two websites also. I also call here drugs.
T.
It's T. Illegal drugs. Okay. I disable the weapons. Weapon is not there. Botnet. Yeah, botnet is there. I also dislike the malware malicious sites. Okay. Virus. Antivirus. Okay. And spyware. I think these are. I'll also disallow these BitTorrent. Okay. So from there we can allow or disallow like gaming websites. Okay. This gambling, all these stuff. So I'll just block this one. Okay. And content. So here I am using any content. Okay. Any file, anything. Okay. That is the new field in content. Okay. So I'll call this firewall here, this rule. No. Okay. So now let me, we have these things here. Okay. Also remove this one. Also remove this one. Okay. And in basic internet access rule, I'll add these two services. Okay.
Okay.
HTTP, HTTPS, and HTTPS proxy. Okay. Now let me install the policy here. See, if we want to set the limits and all these things, if we want to enable the captive portal, then we just enable this captive portal. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll enable later, not an issue. First, I cover this thing. Okay. So this is my website now. So I am logging as a HR user now, right now, right?
Okay.
Let me first close both website. History. Clear the browsing data here. All the data. Let me close. Okay. Now let me open again. So for HR users, we have this. We only allowed social networking, right? So they are able to access the Facebook only, Facebook and other social networking sites, right? So if I go to my PC, here I type www.facebook.com. Web page or HTTP might not be temporary download. It may have moved permanently to a new website. How we disable this guy? Actually,
What happened?
This touch VPN. I think you installed that VPN, right? That day.
I think so.
How I can disable this one?
Go for settings.
Setting. This setting or this one?
No, yeah, here. Settings. Here.
Extension.
Extensions. Go for down. Here the free proxy unblock and disable. Delete. Yeah.
www.twitter.com. www.twitter.com. It is resolving that site. Facebook.com. That is resolving and able to reach this also. Okay, man. We didn't configure this HTTPS decryption, right? That's why we are it is not able to decrypt these things, right?
Okay.
So let me first complete the HTTPS decryption.
In firewall.
In firewall. HTTP inspection here. I'll enable the HTTP inspection. Okay. You need to create a CA certificate. Create a certificate issued by www.amnhu.net. Okay, I am just giving this name. I put the password admin@123 admin@123. Okay, I am just creating. Okay. You have not exported. Yes, I don't want to export for now. I want this that SSL error. Okay.
Okay.
If I go to in policy tab now, HTTP inspection. So I'll use the default policy for inspection, right? First
Okay.
time. That inspect for all websites. Okay.
Okay.
I don't like I told you how we can write a policy for banking, health websites, right? And government website also. So here everything is installed on head office firewall first. So everything is inspected now. Okay, by this policy. I just save the changes. I press the Control S. I'll close this one, and I'll go to. I am going to my policy here. Okay, so installation is succeeded now. Okay, now if I going to my PC here. I am getting the certificate error here. Okay.
Okay.
Well, normally it does not. Damn it. Again, privacy error. Okay, let me export the certificate once. Firewall here. I am exporting the certificate. Okay, SSL cert CP. Okay. this is my certificate. Okay, so I just control C, go into my inside PC. I open my Google Chrome. Here I install that certificate in settings. I search for SSL, import, next. I'm browsing my certificate, SSL cert CP, next. I place this into trusted root certificate authority folder. Okay. Next, finish. Yes. Okay, close. Now if I open Google, I'm getting this warning again, but I installed that. Certificate info, amin.net, okay. You cannot visit W right now because the website user is www.facebook.com. Cisco 1 2 3 4 5. Here I am also getting the same error, right?
Yes.
Click here to close the web page. No. More information. www. Yes, I want. Yes. If I open the YouTube here, getting the continue. Okay. Sometimes the thing is now it is working here. Okay. So the thing is, I have one default route, default policy. Okay, which is this one. Okay, I am blocking these website, right? For anyone. Okay, it not based on source or any destination. It's for all the users. Okay.
Okay.
So if from there view the certificate, it is. See, it is decrypting by using my certificate. So I am just install the certificate. Local machine. Next, finish. Okay, yes, no. So if I go to revocation certificate, I remove this one. Here I type this bond here. So it is still getting this error. Okay. Shit. Revocation for the security server for this site is not available. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Yes. www. www.google.com. So here I am getting this error. Okay. So let's continue this website. Here if I am typing this one word porn here, so I am able to do. If I am going to this website now, Continue. TLS on this advanced setting and connection to this. If again, if the process is this one, change the settings here. I need to enable these things. TLS is enabled already. Okay. Okay, so this website is blocked. Okay, so
Okay.
if I search for 10.1.1.221, AD server.
It won't showing any blocking things.
Yeah, we don't able to see any logs here. So logs, so rule content logs, so rule object history, so logs for this rule only. It is not missing any rule. Maybe it is bypassing through this rule. If I again going to this website, this page here, but we are not able to access this website, right? And if I also go to Google again, here if I type the website's name like any allowed website, okay, so for social network I don't have anything, right? Any policy. Facebook, if I go into Facebook now, the security certificate presented by this website is not issued by a trusted authority. Security certificate problems may indicate attempt for a full attempt. We are getting this SSL error only.
Okay.
Let me also copy this certificate there. Control V. Not able to paste anything. Okay, so I just remove the HTTPS from my internet access rule. Okay, because I think maybe this rule also interrupt these things, right?
Okay.
Now this rule allow only DNS and ICMP protocol. Why? Rule 1 source and destination are any which services that to be specific application. Best practice set destination to internet. Okay. See, the thing is, we are also getting one error here. Okay. See, network rule 1 source and destination are any with services and application set to specific applications. Like best practice set destination to internet means they checkpoint also created the object network object for all the public users. Okay. generally what happens, these websites are publicly available, right?
Okay.
They all websites have the public IP, right? So here basically allowed any IP, like public or private, right? So if we set this internet only, then it contain only all the private IP address, all the public IP address only. Okay, here.
Okay.
This website here only. Okay, I am using same, not an issue. So in policy installation is succeeded now. This one, gateway, trusted CA. I just want to check my certificate. Why it is new certificate 7. Bypass all requirement failover. They revoke server certificate validate. Okay. I just this one. I remove this one, revoking check. Okay.
Okay.
Revocation check means it checks for install. It checks for like certificate validity every time. Okay. Okay, now we are getting the access of Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
To HR users. And if I am not able to access even Google also to HR users. Okay. If I check the logs into my here, like let me go into login here. Okay. Now I'm working everything. If I press the enter button here. See, it is detecting, right? Application detected, and see, session also detection means inspection happens, right? HR users, it is detecting to facebook.com. Okay. And it is also blocking this one. This is blocked by this rule, and it is blocking for other websites also. Let me also open the Twitter here. Okay. https://twitter.com. Okay. See, I am able to access the Twitter. Okay. If I call www.youtube.com, I am not able to get access, right?
Yes.
If I try this on here, the Google pages not working. Okay, so even Google also, it is also blocking to Google because we allowed only social networking, right?
Yeah.
So how we can resolve this problem? I want the Google. Okay, so the thing is, I go to my policies tab here. And if I go to my second rule, this one, internet access, application and services. Okay, I'll here just add search engines. Okay, so here we have lots of search engines. Even we also have Google here. Okay, or we can also search for Google. So it give us lots of information there. Okay.
Okay.
So if I go to into application sites, so here we have this Google. So if I want to allow the Google search only, okay. Here we have Google Chrome. I want to allow Google Chrome or not. So let me Google app. Here we have Google app, Google Photos. Okay. Application site is in category. In category, if I type Google, we have Google plus. Why is it only? If I quote engine, search engine, SEARCH. Search engines, basically it include all the engines, right?
Yeah.
So I am including all the search engines here, okay? And I install the policy again. Policy installation is failed. Let me check what are the errors here. ICMP does not support account logs and rule 2. Policy verification failed. Layer 2. Okay. This ICMP protocol is not supported. Okay. So let me remove the ICMP from here and let me install the policy again. So policy installation is succeeded now.
Okay.
And if I again go to my system here, if I just refresh this one, see now the Google is working, right? Because we allow the search engine. If I open this website, so it is not able to open with this website. Okay, it is basically denied this website. So if I go to into login monitoring, so it is dropping, right? Blocked by this rule, block porn and illegals. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the verification how we can do play with policies and all these stuffs. Okay. So if I change the details here, let me log off. Okay. So if the thing is, what happen if someone is a guest here, okay, and we want the guest also get the access, okay. So we do the captive portal for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want captive portal, so in network in this one in network admins or in HR only, okay, in HR users, I'll in accept here I'll just inline interface in more tab here. Just enable the identity captive portal. Okay.
Okay.
For network admins also, enabling the captive portal. Okay. Let me install the policy one more time here. Okay, so installation is succeeded now. Okay. So if I again go to my system here, okay, and I just log in as a normal user, okay, as a normal PC, not as a domain, okay. Administrator, okay. Administrator, okay, that's fine. ncpa.cpl So I am just changing the IP address, okay?
Okay.
I'm just giving 150. Close. If I open this browser again, and I am trying to access any website like www.suppose facebook.com, okay? Login, okay. It is sending this login page here, okay. I'm getting or not. I'm not getting any page here. But in logs it shows, right? It is sending this login here. Test PC, okay. Identity awareness, cement.net, successful login machine authentication. What? AD query. If I go to this, try to exit www. I'm getting privacy run advanced. Sequence save here. Okay, I'm getting the Google here. Okay.
Google Task.
If I type porn, I open to porn here. Advance. Proceed. Is not working, right? It is denying. And what is the rule which is trying this thing? This is the website session detected. Okay, detected by the HTTP inspection. Okay, this is the website. Okay, so actually that is the way we can do these things. Okay. But the thing is, I'm not getting the captive portal information. I don't know.
Windows XP and Windows Server 2012 connected in inside or DM Windows?
Inside network.
Okay, XP is inside.
Yeah.
And server?
Which server? Management server?
No. Server 2012.
Inside only.
Inside only, not in DMZ.
No. I put in inside.
Okay.
See, actually, it is authenticated by a machine authentication. So, if I want to trigger this thing, so I'll just disconnect this guy first. Let me log off one more time. Because my MAC address is already bind, right?
Yeah.
So I think it is using the MAC address because it is authenticated by a machine authentication, right? So I think it is using by default that MAC address of this PC. Properties. If I change here 201. Okay. Now I start again. I open this up. It is detecting. Okay. And source is this, not user details is not there. HTTPS 10.1.1.1 0. And is not working. Okay, man. So I'll stop this class now. Okay. We are done with this. Follow all the steps. I also teach you this portal authentication previously. I think I'm missing something. Okay. So not an issue. You complete that configuration from your side. Okay. And this is the let me